Hi guys, what's up? I hope all of you are in good health and CBSE has finally released the rationalized syllabus for grades 9 and grade 10. In this video, we'll be discussing the rationalized syllabus for grade 9 and we'll be seeing the chapters which are coming in term 1 and term 2 examination for class 9. Let's get started. So for maths, in the first term, 6 units are going to come: number system, algebra, coordinate geometry, mensuration, statistics and probability. Number system will carry 8 marks, algebra will carry 5 marks, coordinate geometry will be of 4 marks, geometry 13, mensuration 4, statistics and probability will be of 6 marks. So guys, here the highest numbers of marks is of unit 4, that is geometry. So make sure you are doing a lot of practice of this geometry unit. This carries 13 marks in first. Now let us move to second term. In second term, algebra, geometry, mensuration, statistics and probability will be continued. Algebra will carry 12 marks, geometry will carry 15 marks, mensuration 9 and statistics and probability will carry 4 marks. So guys, total term 1 and term 2 will be of 40 marks, and there will be 10 marks of internal assessment for both the terms, and total will be of 50 for term 1 and 50 for term 2. That means the final total will be 100 marks. Okay. So now let us see the topics which are going to come. For the unit number system, the chapter 1, number system is going to come in term 1. This is, guys, I'm telling you the topics of term 1. In this, we are having the topic of review of representation of natural numbers, integers, rational numbers on number line, rational numbers as recurring, terminating decimals, operation on real numbers, examples of non-recurring, non-terminating numbers, existence of non-rational numbers, it means irrational numbers, rationalization with precise meaning, recall of laws of exponents with integral powers. And then in unit 2, algebra, we are having chapter number 4. We are having chapter number 4, that is linear equations in 2 variables. In this, we will be having these topic: recall of linear equations in 1 variable, intro to linear equation in 2 variables, focus on linear equation of type ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, explain that linear equation in 2 variable has infinitely many solutions, and justify their being written as ordered pairs of real numbers, plotting them and showing that they lie in a line, graph of linear equation in 2 variables, example and problems from real lives with algebraic and graphical solution being done simultaneously. Okay. Then we have the next unit, that is coordinate geometry, and for coordinate geometry we are having the Cartesian plane, coordinates of point and names and terms associated with coordinate plane, notations, plotting points in a plane. These topics will come from the third chapter, that is coordinate geometry. Then from unit geometry we are having lines and angles. From lines and angles, these topics are going to come: if a ray stands on line, then the sum of two adjacent angles so formed is 180 and the converse. Proof if two lines intersect vertically, opposite angles are equal. Results on corresponding angles, alternate angles, interior angles when a transversal intersects two parallel lines. Lines which are parallel to a given plane are parallel. To prove the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. If a side of a triangle is produced, the exterior angle is so formed is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. So these are topics which will come from this chapter, that is lines and angles and unit geometry. Second chapter from unit geometry is triangles. From triangles, these 7 topics are going to come. Triangles are congruent if any two sides and the included angle of one triangle is equal to any two sides and the included angle of the other triangle. SAS congruence. Then we are having ASA congruence, triple S congruence. Then we are having two right triangles are congruent if the hypotenuse and a side of one triangle are equally respectively to the hypotenuse and a side of the other triangle. We are having RHS congruence. To prove the angles opposite to equal sides of a triangle are equal, the sides opposite to equal angles of triangle are equal. So these are the topics which are going to come from the chapter triangles. Okay guys, moving to mensuration unit. From the unit of mensuration, we are having one chapter, that is Heron's formula, and in this we are having one topic, that is area of a triangle using Heron's formula. Then we are having units statistics and probability. From this we are having statistics, introduction to statistics, collection of data, representation of data, presentation of data in tabular form, grouped bar graph and histogram. In term 2, now coming to term 2, we are having second chapter of our NCERT, that is polynomials, from unit algebra, definition of polynomial in one variable with examples, coefficients of a polynomial, terms of a polynomial and zero polynomial, degree of polynomial, constant, linear, quadratic and cubic polynomials, monomial, binomial, trinomial. factors and multiples, zeros of a polynomial, factorization of these real numbers, and of cubic polynomials using factor theorem. So next unit is geometry. From the unit geometry, in second term we are having the chapter quadrilaterals. From this chapter, the diagonals divides a parallelogram in two congruent triangles. We are having this proof. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal, and conversely, in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal, and conversely, a quadrilateral is a parallelogram if a pair of its opposite sides is parallel and equal. In a parallelogram, the diagonals bisect each other, and conversely, in a triangle, the line segment joining the midpoints of any two sides is parallel to the third side and in half of it, and it's converse. So these are the six topics which are coming from the chapter quadrilaterals from the unit geometry. We are having the chapter circles. From the circles chapter, we are having again 6 topics. Equal chords of a circle subtend equal angles at the center and its converse. The perpendicular from the center of a circle to a chord bisects the chord. The line drawn through the center of a circle to bisect a chord is perpendicular to the chord. Equal chord of a circle or of congruent circles are equidistant from the center or their respective centers in conversely. The angle subtended by an arc at the center is double. The angle subtended by it at any point on the remaining part of the circle. Angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. The sum of either of parallel of the opposite side angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is 180 and its converse. Then from this unit geometry, we are having the chapter 4 construction of bisectors of line segments, angles of measure 60 degree, 90 and 45 degree, and equilateral triangles. Then we are having construction of triangle given its base sum or difference of the other two sides and one base angle. Then from the mensuration unit, we are having surface area and volumes of cubes, cuboids, spheres including hemispheres and right circular cylinder or cones. Okay, so guys, from the unit statistics and probability, we are having probability in second term and statistics in first term. From this chapter, these are the topics which are going to come. Okay. Now moving on to science. Guys, for science, we are having 3 units in term 1 and we are having 5 chapters in term 1 and we are having 5 chapters in term 2. So first unit is of chemistry, second unit is of biology, and third unit of physics. So for chemistry, we are having 9 marks in term 1, bio is of 18 marks in term 1, physics is of 13 marks in term 1. Whereas in term 2, chemistry is of 18 marks, bio is of 8 marks, and physics is for 14 marks. In term 2, the chemistry unit carries highest marks, and in term 1, bio carries highest marks. So let's see what are the chapters of chemistry in NCERT book of class 9. So we have matter in our surroundings, is matter around us pure, atoms and molecules, structure of atom. So from these 4 chapters, the chapter 1, matter in our surrounding, has been reduced from the syllabus, it has been cut down from the syllabus, and now we are having is matter around us pure in term 1 and atoms and molecules and structure of atom in term 2. So 1 chapter in term 1 and 2 chapters in term 2. In biology, we are having chapter 5, chapter 6 tissues, diversity in living organisms, why do we fall ill, natural resources, improvement in food resources in our NCERT book. But the chapter which has been reduced from the syllabus are chapter 7 and chapter 15. Diversity in living organisms has been cut down from the syllabus, and same with improvement in food resources. Chapter 5 and 6, the fundamental unit of life and tissue, will come in term 1. The why do we fall ill will come in term 2, and natural resources will be for internal assessment. It will be for internal assessment. For physics, in our NCERT science book for class 9, we are having chapter 8 motion, force and laws of motion, gravitation, work and energy, sound. So sound has been deleted from the syllabus, and we are having motion and force and laws of motion in term 1, gravitation and work and energy are in term 2. So now let us see the topics of these chapters which are going to come. So for term 1, we are having chapter 2 of chemistry, where we have to study elements, compound and mixtures, heterogeneous and homogeneous mixtures, colloids and suspensions. Then from the fundamental unit of life, we have to study cell as basic unit of life, prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, multicellular organisms, cell membrane and cell wall, cell organelles and cell inclusions, chloroplast, mitochondria, vacuoles, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, nucleus, chromosomes, basic structure and their number. From chapter 6 in term 1, this chapter 5 and 6 from bio are in term 1. We have to study tissues, organs, organ system, organism, structure and functions of animal and plant tissue. Only 4 types of tissues in animal: meristematic and permanent tissues in plants. From motion and force, we have to study these topics: distance and displacement, velocity, uniform and non-uniform motion along a straight line, acceleration, distance and time, velocity time graph for uniform motion and uniformly accelerated motion, derivation of equation of motion by graphical method, elementary idea of uniform circulatory motion. For chapter 9, we are having force and laws of motion, Newton's laws of motion, action and reaction forces, inertia of body, inertia and mass, momentum, force and acceleration, elementary idea of conservation of momentum. So we are having 5 chapters from science in term 1. In term 2, we are having chapter number 3 and 4 from chemistry. In chemistry, atoms and molecules, structure of atom. From atoms and molecules, topics are particle nature and their basic units, laws of constant, proportions, atomic and molecular masses, mole concept, relationship of mole to mass of particles, and numbers. From the chapter 4, structure of atom, we are having electrons, protons and neutrons, valency chemical formula of chemical compounds, isotopes and isobars. Next we are having unit 3rd, motion, force and work. From this we are having chapter number 10 and 11 in term 2. From the chapter gravitation, universal law of gravitation, force of gravitation of earth, gravity, acceleration due to gravity. From 11th chapter, that is work and energy, work, energy and power, work done by force, energy, power, kinetic and potential energy are going to come in the syllabus. And from unit 2, from biology, we're having why do we fall ill, health and diseases, health and its failure, infectious and non-infectious diseases, their causes and manifestation, diseases caused by microbes, virus, bacteria and protozoans, and their prevention, principles of treatments and preventions, pulse polio programs. So for internal assessment, we are having the chapter natural resources. Alright, now let's come to social science. But before discussing the social science syllabus, I request you all to hit the like button, share this video with your friends and let them know the reduced syllabus. For social science, we are having, so in social science, we are having equal number of marks to all the subjects: history, geography, civics and economics. We are having 10 marks for each subject, 40-40. And in term 1, from history, the first chapter is going to come the French Revolution. These are the topics which are going to come from this chapter: French society during the late 18th century, the outbreak of revolution, France abolishes monarchy and becomes a republic, did women have a revolution, the abolition of slavery, the revolution and everyday life. From geography, we are having first 2 chapters: India, size and location and physical features of India. From India, size and location, we are having its size and location, India and the world, India's name. From the chapter physical features of India, we are having major physiographic divisions. From the chapter 1 of civics, democratic politics, we are having what is democracy, features of democracy, why democracy. Guys, from the chapter 2 of geography, tectonic theory wala topic has been removed. Tectonic theory. So moving on, so next chapter we are having from political science, civics is constitutional design. Why do we need a constitution? Making of Indian constitution, guiding values of Indian constitution. From unit 4 economics, we are having the story of village Palampur and people as a source, these 2 chapters. From the story of village Palampur, overview, organization of production, farming in Palampur, non-farm activities in Palampur, overview. These are the topics which are going to come from the story of village Palampur. And from people as a resource, we are having overview. From people as a resource, we are having this overview, economic activities by men and women, quality of production, unemployment. These are the topics which are coming in term 1. And now let us see the map work for term 1. So guys, for the subject history, here is a map work from the chapter the French Revolution. You can check it out. From geography, chapter number 1, India states with capitals, topic of census, standard meridian. This is a map work from this chapter. And from chapter 2 of geography, we are having mountain ranges, mountain peaks, plateau, coastal plains. You can see, and these are the topics which are coming in term 1 for map work. Okay, coming on to term 2. In term 2, from history, the next 2 chapters, socialism and Nazism, is going to come. From socialism, the age of social change, the Russian Revolution, the February Revolution in Petrograd, what changed after October, the global influence of the Russian Revolution and the USSR. Nazism, from the chapter Nazism, we are having birth of the Weimar Republic, Hitler's rise to power, the Nazi world view, youth in Nazi Germany, ordinary people and the crimes against humanity. In term 2, in geography, we are having drainage and climate. From drainage chapter, we are having major rivers in tributaries, lakes, role of rivers in economy, pollution of rivers. From climate chapter, we are having concept of climate, climatic control factors influencing India's climate, the Indian monsoon, distribution of rainfall, monsoon as a unifying form. The next chapter from geography is the natural vegetation and wildlife. From this chapter, we are having factors affecting vegetation, vegetation types and wildlife conservation. Next is civics or political science. From political science, we are having electoral electoral politics, working of institution. From electoral politics, we are having why elections, why is our system of elections, what makes elections in India democratic. Working of institution, how is major policy decision taken, parliament, political, executive, judicial. From the economics, we are having poverty as a challenge, and these are the topics which are going to come up from this chapter. So now let us see the map work from history. So this is a map work which is going to come in term 2. From chapter 2 of history, socialism, this is a map work. You can just see map work is going to come from the chapter Nazism also. Then drainage, climate, natural vegetation. You can make a note of these map work and hope you are happy with this syllabus reduction, and all the best for your studies. And don't forget to like the video, share it among your friends. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Until then, take care. Bye guys.